I'm Fraser. I'm the Creative and Executive Director at the Eastgate Theatre in Peebles. Every day is different. Running a very busy arts centre that's not only here for our live programme, but a full range of participatory programmes and a busy cafe means that every day is there's something different that walks through the door. My role here at the Eastgate encompasses both the business side of things, so dealing with finance, HR, all of our people, all of our volunteers, and also all the creative side, so programming, dealing with all of our practitioners, and making sure that we have got a programme which is representative of all of our community here in Tweeddale. We have 300 events here that happens every year, and so all of that comes with dealing directly with artists, with their agents, making sure that there's a kind of a creative hub and environment for them to thrive and succeed, along with all of the community groups that work in the building as well. So liaising and dealing with all the people that want to hire the space or come and use it for classes or their own performances, and all of that encompassed in my inbox on a day-to-day basis. So I've worked in the third sector for a whole of my professional career for the last decade, both in education and in the arts. And I think for me, it's about giving back to the community and making sure that there are these vital services that are often provided by the third sector remain to be delivered efficiently, delivered well, because without them, I believe that people's lives would be poorer. I think the impact is really profound, and I think people often underestimate just the power that community organisations like ourselves here at the Eastgate have on people's lives. And whether that is simply providing a safe, welcoming and comfortable space for them to come and use our cafe on a daily basis, or whether it's providing access to high quality arts and culture provision that they don't have to travel into the central belt for. All of those different things impact on the health and well-being of all of our participants and audience members alike. So every year we run the Inspiring Life Festival in May, and that's a health and wellbeing festival which brings together all different genres of art form and practitioners of different specialisms to kind of celebrate the health and well-being of our participants, and seeing them come and share their stories and go on the journey that they do through a lot of the participatory workshops, or viewing some of the art work that we programme during that week and having those conversations. For me, it's what we do here is really important in creating a space where people feel welcoming and safe, and I think so often those spaces are not protected, and so we're here as an arts organisation which is here to provide high quality cultural experience, but we can't underestimate the power of sitting down and having a cup of tea with somebody in the cafe and hearing their story and making them feel like they are welcome here. Work-life balance is really interesting in the third sector because so many people go into a career in the third sector because they passionately believe it's part of their mission or why they choose to work in that. And so it can often be really hard for people that are working in a professional capacity in this sector to switch off. And so we have to be really careful in protecting of our employees to make sure that we are providing them with a space where they can have that work-life balance. But so many people, like myself, get so much out of working, and that's why we choose to work in the third sector, because it's not necessarily just about the paycheck at the end of the month. It's about the impact you're having on people's lives. It's about the change you're making, and about the difference that you're making in the local community. I think you can't underestimate the power of working in the third sector, of what it can do for your own mental health and well-being. I see day in, day out the people that are positively affected by the work that we do, and having worked in the third sector for the last decade, really understanding the impact that the whole of this sector has, regardless of whether it's in the arts or in education or another service. You will always remember the stories of the peoples, of the lives that you touched, and for me, that's what it's all about.